respected Principal, Dr. D. Jayaprakasam, and respected Chief Guest of today, Dr. S.R. Balasubramanian, Associate Professor and Department of Computer Application, National Institute of Technology, Trichy, and my dear colleagues and dear students. I feel very happy to be here on the occasion of a seminar on location-based services organized on behalf of CSI student branch in association with the CSI Trichy chapter. And as I said, this program was organized on behalf of CSI Trichy chapter. We are doing considerable number of activities under CSI banner from the last year, and also we have started this year quite a large number of programs, and this program is a milestone because the main objective of the CSI activity is to share the knowledge, to expand our horizon in computing field. So on this occasion, I would like to introduce our chief guest today, Dr. S.R. Balasubramanian. He is one of the eminent professor in National Institute of Technology, Trichy. He has a wide range of experience. Almost he has 28 years of experience, and he is very illustrated, knowledgeable person. And he has got his graduation in St. Joseph College, Trichy, BSc Mathematics, and he has finished the MCA at PG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and he has joined NIT in the year 1987. And also he has finished his PhD at NIT on e-learning. Since then he is doing a lot of activities, and he has specialized in e-learning and e-content development, and he has been eminent resource persons for so many workshops organized by various institutions, and he has got a illustrated alumni award in the NIT, and he has been a consistent resource persons for various colleges, and with his vast knowledge and experience, I hope that our students will definitely have a benefit from his expertise. So on behalf of our department, on behalf of our college, on behalf of our management, I welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to say, especially on behalf of CSI, the CSI has been inaugurated last year, and since then we are doing a lot of activities. On all these activities, it has been encouraged by our college president, and whatever programs that we plan, and he said, he said that okay, you will continue and you will do the program. In fact, he is urging us to do more number of programs, and he has fixed a lot of target for us to do it in the ensuing year. So, whatever activities that we are doing, he is behind us, and he is with us, and he is encouraging us to all kind of activities. So, on behalf of the department, I welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our principal. He is also very encourageable, and whenever we say, not only me, but also my faculty members, whenever my faculty members say something that we have to do a lot of programs, immediately he gives his assent and also encourages to do a lot of activities. So on behalf of the department, I welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome my colleagues who is present here, Dr. S. Murugan, Dr. Periyasamy, and all my fellow colleagues here. So it is very interesting and also appreciative that we have all our colleagues in here to witness this great event. I welcome all my colleagues today. And next, I would like to welcome the CSI office bearers, the student coordinator, Mrs. Sahila, and also the CA student office bearer, student president, Gautam and Hari Prasad and Saravanan. So who is making lot of efforts to organize this function. So I welcome all the office bearers of CSI student branch. Not at least, I would like to welcome my dear students, especially on the day of penultimate day of Teachers' Day. So as a teacher, I most happy that we are conducting a more effective program today. We want to share our expertise. We want to share our knowledge. So on the day of Teachers' Day, I wish you all success, and I hope that you all benefit from out of this program. And once again, I welcome all my students and all my other fellow colleagues and non-teaching staff on these unique occasions. Thank you.
President of our college, Sri Balasubramaniam, distinguished chief guest for today's seminar, Professor Dr. S.R. Balasundaram, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Applications, National Institute of Technology, Trichy. My dear friend, Professor M. Muralidharan, Head Department of Computer Science, senior most faculty members in the Department of Computer Science, Dr. S. Murugan, Dr. R. Sami, and my dear other colleagues in the department, the staff in charge for the CSI chapter of our college, Professor Aguila, the students office bearers of the CSI chapter of our college, and my dear head students. Very good morning to you all. At the outset, I feel very happy to preside over this seminar, a wonderful topic, location-based services. There is no doubt the CSI chapter in Trichy has been doing an excellent job in the field of computer science. The aim is to share the knowledge among the industry people, among the academicians. Not only that, to update what is happening in and around us in the field of computer science. Because the field of computer science is always a changing field where a lot of changes are taking places very often or quite often. Therefore, it is our bounden duty to update ourselves, to enrich ourselves. So we have to enrich our knowledge in the field of computer science. Otherwise, we will be outdated. Unless you are update your knowledge, we will be outdated. So it is our duty to update our knowledge in that particular domain or field. Therefore, I take this opportunity to congratulate and appreciate the CSI chapter of our Nehru College for arranging such a wonderful seminar on location-based services. Regarding our chief guest, as Professor Muralidharan said, he is an eminent person in the field of e-learning. Only on this point, just before coming here, I requested Professor to conduct an exclusive workshop or seminar for our faculty members on e-learning. And in fact, Professor accepted. So I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt thanks to our Professor for coming over here as well as for accepting to undertake one more FDP program for our staff members. So with this brief note, I wish the seminar a grand success. Thank you very much.
Chief guest of today's function, Dr. S.R. Balasundaram, Professor of NIT, Associate Professor of NIT Trichy, Principal of our college, Dr. Jayaprasa, HOD of Computer Science, Professor Muralidharan, CSI chapter, Students Chapter Coordinator, Professor Aguila, other faculty members from Computer Science, and members of CSI Students Branch, and of course my dear students. I am indeed delighted to see the cluster of activities that's happening after inaugurating a CSI branch here. The credit goes to your principal as well as HOD and the student branch coordinator. I'm sure you all having a lot of activity, isn't it? See, you need a forum, and definitely when you have a forum, you will see that the experts, we are able to invite them and bring them here. And when you say that you are a member of CSI, you will be definitely recognized in your professional bodies, wherever you go, whichever company you go tomorrow. If you say that I am a member of CSI, it will definitely give them an edge. Oh, you are a member of CSI. That kind of recognition you will get. So I appreciate your HOD as well as the coordinator for taking the CSI in a real in a real way and making the knowledge reaching the students, especially you. Of course, in computer science, as our principal said, unless you update, you will be outdated. So updating in the sense, whoever learns a subject quick is the leader, is the teacher. So there is no age bar to that. If you have spent more time on learning something, if you are the first, then you are the teacher. You are going to teach others. So that way I am sure the students, you yourself have organized a lot of knowledge sharing programs in the first 2 months of this semester. I am sure it has enriched you, each and every one of you. Now we are matured enough to bring people from outside, experts like Dr. Balasundaram and other people. There are a line of people who are waiting to visit our college and address you people. I thank CSI chapter of Trichy at this occasion for giving us all the opportunity and taking efforts to come, because you know Puthanamaptti is in a very remote place still today, not on a highway or not even on a state highway. So reaching here is a toughest job. Professor should take a day out to come to Puthanamaptti, and so unless we have the banner of CSI, it is difficult for us to approach him also and request him to come. Thank you, Professor, for accepting to come all the way. I know it's coming to Puthanamaptti is a full day event rather. Thank you, and I appreciate the effort of CSI people in Trichy at this juncture again. So students, it's up to you how much you can take. It is up to you. Enjoy every moment of it. Take whatever possible input and spend more time building such knowledge. Because this is the time you will, once you go join a company, they will drive you from at least 14 to 18 hours you may have to slog. So you will not have time to learn something new, something different. So whatever you can learn, you please ensure that you learn here at this moment without losing any of your time. You should be willing to work even late in the night till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and you should gather so much of knowledge now. Refer more books, not only your syllabus, whatever is interesting to you. Passion is the thing. First, you develop the passion. Whatever you like, you try to explore further. Whether it is in the syllabus or not, you don't bother about it. Okay? So you develop that passion, try to learn more and more into whatever subject that you think you like it very much. And whatever books that are available, you please refer to that. Just go through it. You don't have to mug up any portion. Just see at least the headings, like reading the Daily Tandi newspaper. It is enough if you read the headings and subheadings. You don't need to read the full news item, isn't it? So if you read the Tamil paper, it will say the Prime Minister வந்து சென்னை வருகிறார், ஜெயலலிதாவை சந்திக்கிறார். அடுத்த சப்ஹெட்டிங்ல வந்து பிஜேபி தொண்டர்களை சந்திக்கிறார். ஸோ இந்த சப்ஹெட்டிங் பார்த்துட்டீங்கனாலே ஓகே, இது உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிடும் என்ன இன்னைக்கு வந்து அந்த நியூஸ் ஐட்டம் என்னங்கிறது. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை பற்றி அவர் வந்து விழா வாரியாக இருக்கிறத வந்து படிக்க வேண்டியது. அதுபோல இப்போ நீங்க வந்து புக்ஸ், யூ ரெஃபர் டு த புக்ஸ், யூ ஜஸ்ட் see what in each and every book what topic is being covered and what are all the subheadings, what are all the areas of detailed coverage given, and just remember that there is a book like this. If you can't remember, take a one-square notebook, just write those book details, name of the book, author of the book, publisher of the book, and what is the content. Just one paragraph saying that this book deals with the following details, and it is a good book, and so and so referred it, and seems to be a good book to learn C, C++, etc. Whatever you want to make a note of it. Keep that book with you, and when you land in a job, there will be nobody to tell you which book to refer to expand your knowledge in a particular domain. So it is always better. We have a very good collection of books in computer science here, and I urge every one of you to take at least one book every week or 2 books every week, and at least just go through it and then return it. You don't have to mug up, you don't have to read the entire book. It is enough if you know that there is a book like this, which will definitely help you once you join your job. Whichever domain your company asks you to develop, at that time you will find it very handy to use this one-coin notebook and find out which book can help you to develop your knowledge in that particular domain. So please take advantage of this situation. I once again congratulate the CSI student branch for taking an active role in dissipating the knowledge among the stakeholders, among the members, as well as bringing in experts, people from outside. I congratulate one and all and wish you all the best. Thank you. E-learning. You know, e-learning is the happening thing, and we are probably next generation will all be doing most of our studies in e-learning. So thank you, Professor, and I request you, and I also request every one of our faculty members to take active participation and see how we can orient ourselves to produce some of our e-lectures in the years to come. At least 1 or 2 papers you should be able to, or at least 1 unit in a paper you should be able to give on e-learning to the students, so that they will be able to pick up the concept of e-learning. Thank you, Professor, once again. Thank you.
This talk is on location-based services, which is the major wave with respect to computing, especially from users' point of view. We are all from computer science, and we know that the evolution of computing, applications coming out of computers are getting revolutionized. We can think of different types of generations in each and every aspect, whether it is hardware, whether it is software, or any programming paradigm, or any kind of approach we use in systems thinking. Everything is getting drastically changed. In fact, I start with a kind of a paradox, rather a two-end kind of thing. At one end, we can be always proud that we are from computer science background, but at the same time, we should ask a question whether all these things are related to computer science alone. Whatever we talk now, not only now, even later also, whatever we claim as computer science concept, are they coming from computer science alone? If we explore, then we can always see that most of the activities related to computer science or any concept, they are not related to computer science alone. They are interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. This is that from the beginning itself. In fact, if we start telling this, it needs a very long time. Suppose we take our programming aspect. Earlier we started only with machine level. We dealt with only zeros and ones. We are more closer to machines. Rather, both machines and we were talking with each other. But only limited kinds of activities could be done with respect to zeros and ones levels of programming. So people migrated to assembly level, a better level. Then they went to high level languages, varieties of high level languages. Then because of the complexity of applications increased, they went to different types of languages, Rather, they call this as programming paradigm. And if you see this programming paradigm with respect to programming or hardware developments or networking developments, device level activities, you can see all these computer science related things are highly interrelated, either multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary. You need the help of electronics, you need the help of electrical, you need the help of mechanical, etc. etc. One such, again, another paradigm has come with respect to location-based services. So these location-based services, we cannot totally claim that it is only from computer science. It is a mix of so many things. It has got geography, it has got what is it? Computer science, electronics, networking. And out of all, it involves one of the greatest things, the psychology, human behavior. These things are also involved in location-based services. So after a good gap, we have come to a very wonderful technology called mobile technologies that offer this location-based services as a culmination of several technologies. It is a blend of technologies. In fact, this location-based services, you see, anything cannot be done just like that. Or it cannot come, somebody else's thoughts will always be useful in some other domain or some other context. I am giving one question to you. It was Thiruvalluvar who has already talked about location. We will not give the answer immediately, but we can think over that. When I am talking about this location, we have got something called a context. For a long time, both psychologists, philosophy people, they were focusing on context. Of course, as a kind of scientific thing, they have made some kind of definitions for context. Kindly refer to above, ABOWD, one of the wonderful persons who has given good definition for context. He is defining context as at least 5 or 6 parameters are coming, like people, place, the time, place, otherwise location, your past behavior, your personalized activity, your interest. So like that we are having n number of parameters defining a context. And Thiruvalluvar has also referred about this context, including location, in several places. Such a great person. Now coming back, this location is taken as one of the important parameters for defining a new wave of hiring in mobile applications through location-based services. So from the name itself we can understand that we are going to provide services based on location. I am making always in my talk, I used to go for some hyperlinks. Kindly allow it. By hyperlink what I mean is, when I am telling about this, I am linking to something else also. Try to catch it. And if you have any issue, you can always set right at the end. We are not talking about location-based functions. We are not talking about location-based methods, but services. So as a computer scientist, we should be able to differentiate what is a function, what is a method, what is a service. That itself we can go for one semester of information. A function can be a small library function for calculating cos or sine, or it can be concatenating 2 strings. It can be a function. So we actually know that we have to calculate something, we have to give some parameters. Even without parameters also we can define functions. Its scope is well defined. Whereas when compared to function, we have something called method. The concept of methods came when object-oriented paradigm came into picture. So what is a method? It is also a function, but more related to some set of values or some set of data which are defined with respect to some entity or an object. That we call it as method. It is also a function, but that function is more related to that particular object of interest. It can be a student object, it can be a customer object in a banking system, or it can be a medical doctor object, whatever it is, book object, anything. So there we give another name for this function as method. Now when we talk about services, it is totally different. It is also a function, but it has got so many other parameters. A service is not necessarily user required or already defined one. It is for future expectation. Service itself is like that only, any service. In anticipation for solving something, we are giving something called a service. So it is a function, it is a method, plus something else. In anticipation, suppose in this situation, somebody wants or needs something, how we can give this? So for that we define services. That's why they have given a wonderful thing called, have some kind of statistics for getting motivation for developing this kind of location-based services. Of course, nowadays we are having mobile devices which is available with each and every one. Keeping just the mobile devices is not a great thing, but how will we define the applications for them? Rather, apps for mobile devices. There can be standalone applications or there can be context-related applications. We are talking about the context-related applications. So who are the drivers for this new wave? So in that case, we have to see some statistics. Like, I am talking only about this Indian scenario. These slides for your information, all these things are already available. They are, what is it? Made for this purpose only. They are combined with respect to this talk. If we see some statistics, we have got millions of people using internet, and many of them coming from different people. That is, they have taken different statistics, gender-wise, location-wise, like whether they are from rural areas or urban. We are getting interesting statistics. All these statistics are with respect to our country. See, 39% from females and 61% from males. Here comes one interesting link to psychology. See, one of the biggest barriers of our community is that even in a classroom also, I was observed many times, even I was also like that when I was in St. Joseph's College. In fact, it's good that as our principal has told, our head of the department has told, that previous day of Teachers' Day, thanks for reminding me about Teachers' Day. When I was a student at St. Joseph's College, I used to think some questions, but due to fear and due to some complex, I do not ask questions. This is one of the biggest barriers. See, because most of us are having this kind of psychological barrier, whether I have to ask a question. In this context, asking a question is correct. If the question is wrong, what will happen? Whether my value will be coming down. So these kind of thoughts. And because of that, many people, they do not come out. Whereas this mobile and the web, internet, all these things, they have tried to give a kind of confidence. The confidence level has increased. That's why I am supporting e-learning for a long time, because it is not the content that we need to learn. We have to learn other things also. Confidence is very much important, and like your internet, online activities, web applications, when compared to them, your mobile applications have increased the confidence level to a greater extent. You can communicate freely. Whatever you have in your mind or in your thoughts, you can express. You can get the replies. So in that case, many people are now towards going for mobile applications when compared to other things. Next. This is another interesting statistics that we have got good number of people from rural areas. In fact, we should be still working for more people to use mobile devices and location-based services. And if you take a statistics, what for these kind of online or these things are used, mainly for online reviews or for getting brand-related information. Apart from that, there are so many things why users prefer internet or they go for mobile, all those things, especially blogs. Blogs where you can think of sharing something or putting your information on an open forum. And in fact, this slide tells that many children nowadays, they are using mobiles. And this gives another information that almost devices have become deities on our hand. Everybody is having some kind of device. See, when my teacher told that you should, improve your knowledge, you should have everything in your fingertips. But now it is reiterated in a different form. We have everything in our fingertips only. Just by clicking we can get it. It is reinterpreted in a different form. Now if you take this, with respect to our country, we have got 81% using mobile phones, 10% smartphone getting increased, and closer to that, 9% of them are using multimedia related phones. And we can see that almost 50% of the entire population are more towards this kind of thing. Check whether you are in the crowd. Like your devices like phones, smartphones, etc., a new kind of devices has also come like tablets. In fact, varieties of companies are competing with each other to devise different types of tablets. In this context, I would like to highlight, I should not forget, about Akash tablets. Akash tablets are devices given by MHRD. I think, are you aware of that? It is a wonderful, I will highlight a few points about it, this Akash tablets. Like IIT Bombay with MHRD has brought a project some 4 years back to introduce something called Akash tablets. Every institution, of course they have identified some 300 institutions, and for these 300 institutions, every institute they have given around 200 something Akash tablets. It's a small kind. Similar to that, available in Samsung and other manufacturers also. So through these tablets, you can think of conducting the teaching learning process in a better way. You can conduct online tests, you can carry this as a kind of data carrier. You can carry e-books. Whenever you are traveling, you can use them. You can, in fact, Amazon.com, Amazon company has come up with something called, what is the product? Everybody is familiar with that? A kind of e-book reader. Yes? Somebody has told? Yes? Kindle reader. Yes. So it is again wonderful technology. On the move, in mobility, you can use this mobile device for already stored contents to be referred. So in that case, your Akash tablets is having such kind of things for stable activity or mobile activity. Plenty of activities can be done using Akash tablets. Of course, every tablet has got its own feature. Now the power of social media has again given a new dimension where everybody can express both good, bad, unwanted, etc. And with respect to our scenario, we see more number of people going for Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Of course, there are some private other things are also available in this crowd. And other thing is, if you take a statistics, more videos are being referred. Suppose you just take a video of a tree. There is a person to watch that immediately. I am taking a video now and immediately I publish, I upload it. Immediately there will be 1,000 viewers. There are some people who is sitting only for viewing the videos. So in fact, all these things, whether, of course, there will be always some kind of negative points in each and every invention. So these kind of things now coming through mobile. Now whatever I have told, that statistics, they have become a kind of base for the industries to focus on developing mobile applications for standalone activities. By standalone activity, what I mean is, suppose I am here, I want to play a game, or I want to do some kind of check my schedule. I can design a scheduler. A simple application. I can use it as a calculator. From simple mobile applications to, I can go for location-based applications. Rather, context-based applications can be thought of. So main advantage is there is no need for having big laptops or anything. Everything can be very simple. And again, there are two people competing with each other. So in this context, I would like to tell one important thing. The entire world is doing two things with respect to everything: chasing and searching. Psychologically, if you observe, there are only two things: whether it is an animal in a forest, or a man, a learned person, etc., etc., whatever it may be. We are always having two inherent things. We set up already. One is chasing, another one is searching. So what is this searching? Whatever we want, we are searching. Another one, we know that it is available in some place, we have to chase. So the same thing is well understood by business people. And based on that only, we are developing wonderful applications. In fact, they put a kind of a small price involving pains, price involving, cost involving pains in doing that. What is that? See, if you take from the beginning, there will be one system or one computer, everything will work fine. Suddenly one person will invent a software or introduce a software. He will tell that for running the software, this computer is not sufficient. Go for some other computer. So I will go for purchasing, searching for that. After purchasing that, somebody else will introduce an operating system. That operating system cannot be taken care by this system. So again I have to chase. So chase and searching are two things happening every time. And same thing is well observed by your mobile application developers. And they start developing different types of applications. Now everything is minimized. You can bring everything with respect to a handheld device. So here what happens, I will be having a device, they will invent some or they will introduce some application, but finally I will find that the RAM is not sufficient, display device is not proper, graphics is not proper, animation is not coming properly, go for another device. When I go for another device, some other application will come. So this is a kind of cycle going on. So coming back to our main thing, location-based services, a part of mobile applications, is integrating so many things like internet, the information and telecommunication technologies. Out of all, one of the wonderful things like GIS or spatial data is coming to picture. It is given as a Venn diagram, and you can see that in the intersection you get some more technologies also coming to picture. It is a very, if you focus on this alone, you can get interest in developing new applications, as well as you can start developing research ideas also. A lot of research ideas are inherent in this Venn diagram. A compact one, but having so many things. In fact, it was only, I was telling in the beginning that your computer science is getting effect because of other fields, especially your electronics friend and electrical friend. They have supported this concept very well. So whether it is related to signals or whether it is related to analog thing or digital communications, etc., etc., most of the things are coming from them only, from electrical and electronics. Maybe this is a hyperlink in my speech. Last year, I think, one of the best awards. They have given some awards for IT related products. The award has gone to a metallurgist. A metallurgist has got award for IT related product. So what is his invention or introduction? He has given a kind of very sleek, user-friendly keyboard kind of thing. User-friendly keyboard kind of thing. So he has observed the difficulties with respect to the existing keyboards and he has resized, reshaped, redefined the keyboard. So that is a contribution of a metallurgist along with his team of material science. So again we have a kind of evidence, an evidence that computer science is always supported by so many people. In this context, your mobile applications, especially LBS, is well supported by geography, especially GIS. Or in other words, spatial related things are coming into picture. In fact, you can see in most of the LBS, two things are normally dominating. One is spatial, another time related and space related things will give new definitions for your mobile applications. To be more simple, make it simple, LBS we use to locate where you are, or most of the applications can be boiled down to these kind of things. It can help us to locate where a person is, track the friends, find nearest, points of interest, points of interest. Like it can be a hotel or it can be a kind of fuel station. It can track real-time traffic. In fact, lot of research is expected to be done in real-time traffic. I am also linking this with big data. Big data with LBS is going to be the next hallmark of this engine, combined with this one. Then find parking spaces, calculate distance before traveling. Again, it's a wonderful thing. To-do list on map, share and map for places. See, now every new technology is acting as a base for the next level acting. When networking was introduced, it was thought of as a great thing. But when distributed computing came, within brackets, distributed computing is one of the ignored subjects or research areas. I request you, students who are here, to, even though as earlier people told, go beyond the syllabus. So syllabus cannot be compressed because we have got a clear boundary, 3 years, something like that. We cannot expect everything to be done within syllabus. So in that, there are some 5 or 6 subjects which we are compulsorily need to update. So in that, your distributed computing comes into picture. It has got scope for even another 20 years. And based on distributed computing only, by adding small parameters, you are getting new computing scenarios. Distributed computing with mobile computing. Distributed computing with available everywhere, ubiquitous computing. Distributed computing available everywhere but hidden, pervasive computing. Distributed computing, but it is with me with respect to my shirt, or it may be with respect to my device, or it can be with my shoes or specs. That is ambient computing. So it is distributed computing that is made as a base for defining so many new computing things, including your Internet of Things. Now, similarly, your location-based activities are forming as a base. Your mobile computing is forming as a base for doing other kinds of things, including this, pervasive Internet of Things, context-aware computing, location-aware, etc. etc. So, this slide may be looking very compact. Actually, that's why Nehru has given just one of lines. The first person to define abstraction and encapsulation with respect to object-oriented technology is Nehru. Just 2 lines. When I have to explain, I have to tell so many lines. but it is only just in front of you. So this slide, though it is very simple, it is not only for understanding purpose, which all of you do, but kindly focus on this slide. All other things, statistics may be like some add-ons, but this has got a lot of research potential and business potential also. Why I am suggesting a business potential, I will come to that after. There are various ways in which your location, because location is going to be the key parameter. It is going to be the key parameter for your location-based services. How this location can be sensed or given as input. It can be from tower IDs, it can be from GPS or GSM, this, that. Every day new technologies are coming. It's separate field. It can be with respect to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. If we talk about nomadic computing, which many of us are not aware. In fact, mobile computing is an extension of nomadic computing. Extension of nomadic. What is that? Most of the experiments were done with respect to that. Within a small room, how I can control some device that is present at the end. Whether I can bring here, or whether I can track the characteristics of that particular device which is present in the corner from here. That is nomadic. So like this we have got different types of methods to sense the location, sense the object, sense the context, etc. In this context, most of the applications are driven through GPS or GSM. A little bit of highlighting of this is needed. Global positioning system and global system for yes. What is GSM? Global services. Global system for mobile communications. So GPS helps to find the exact location of the vehicle, whereas it gives GSM gives only the location, not exact. GPS uses satellite, whereas GSM uses base station. So many things are there. It is purely coming out of what is it? Telecommunications. GPS is costlier when compared to GSM. GPS can be used in any geographical area, whereas GSM is used only where the base station is implemented. So this line again means research link. See, nowadays a new type of location-based services or mobile applications are expected, especially for controlling unmanned vehicles. Controlling unmanned vehicles. So what are unmanned vehicles? They are autonomous vehicles. They are autonomous vehicles. Nobody is sitting inside the vehicle, but it is controlled by some control person or a control station. We have to keep track of those vehicles, their traversal, etc. So in that case, GPS is better. It can be used in any geographical area. It can even be used underwater also. Of course, some extra processing has to be done. Whereas GSM is totally driven with respect to your towers. Longitude and latitude coordinates are used for finding the location, whereas distance from the base station is used for GSM related. More accurate GPS, whereas less accurate GSM. Better technology, whereas GPS is not that much better. So GSM is not better as compared to GPS. So this is a kind of theoretical thing. So based on this, we have got more number of applications coming into picture. I am just making them very fast. We have Foursquare, Google or something like that. And all these applications, they focus location. They focus on location. And if you see that, these applications are mainly towards helping people to identify other people. Helping people to identify other people. See, one of the problems with most of us, including me, we are always fascinated by the outer layer, or we are always fascinated by the topmost layer. We find or we spend less time in exploring the other layers. Only by exploring the other layers, our knowledge will improve and we can think of doing business or research. Note that business and research are not two different things. They are same. I will spend some few minutes on that business and research at the end. So these applications, they focus on the location, and most of these applications finding friends only. Finding friends is one of the needed things. Friend may be anybody. It can be my colleague working in an office, or maybe a person whom I have met in some other location. When I am passing through that, I want to check whether he is available or not. So how to integrate these things? So a lot of mathematics is available in linking these people. Especially friend of a friend. FOAF applications need a lot of mathematics. Geography related geomathematics is involved. In fact, we don't have a subject called geomathematics, but there is available in some of the Western universities where we can link geography and your applications through mathematics. So these applications focus on those things only. When we observe, we have to know what are the components of LBS. There are 5 major components: mobile device, positioning platform, communication network, service application provider, and data and content provider. So mobile device, we know that it is used by end users to communicate with service providers. Note that end users need not be a person. Here comes a business or a research. The end user may not be always a person like me who can operate on the mobile. It can be something else also. What is that? So that is a question mark. Positioning platform. It collects the position data from either the communication network, whatever mentioned, and GPS, etc., etc. What is a communication network? It is responsible for two-way transformation between the end users and service providers. It makes the link to actually define the process. There is something called service and application provider that which offer a number of location-based services to users. Here also comes business and research. See, we are depending on some kind of service provider to give our queries, getting answer or our answers. Service providers take the responsibility of giving answers for our queries. Within brackets, how far I can believe or trust the service provider? So that is a great research. Trusting the location-based, that is service provider, is a current topic of research. How much trust level I can think of? You can apply data mining, this, that, cryptic techniques, so many things are there. Then we have data and content provider. The application provider itself need not store and maintain the data. That can be taken care by somebody else, the actual content provider. So basically we expect the following characteristics for LBS. Mobile. It provides services from different kinds of mobile devices. In fact, we expect both in static as well as in mobility also to do things in a correct form. Correct? See, one of the greatest challenges is that from the current location when I am asking a query, the service provider along with the content provider should be able to provide the answer. How accurately I am giving my location? For that, a lot of research is there. Map matching techniques are available. Geographically, I may be in a location, but while calculation, it may be bit different from the actual location. The longitude, latitude value will be totally different when compared to my actual position. How to match that? So for matching this, again you need mathematics, etc., etc. Of course, with respect to image level, matching your location with actual location is done through image processing. One branch of technology, including in our country, your National Remote Sensing Agency, they have got good number of people and they expect physics and with knowledge of computer science people to come to their domain. So they expect people to use image processing to close down whatever current position is there, you just make it closer to the actual longitude latitude through image processing techniques. So it's again a big research direction. Then context aware. It includes preference and context aware, like the context may be, as I already told, kindly refer to ABOWD, above, a great person of this century, the past century. He has given varieties of contexts, like persons, places, environment, etc. etc. So we can think of providing applications based on the weather. Say for example, from here I am asking a question. Kindly, of course, these things are yet to come in our country, but these are all highly required in other countries. Say for example, from here ask a question. Kindly tell a restaurant which will come after an hour, but there should not be rains. It should not be rains. Give a list of hotels or restaurants that may come after an hour, but that place should not be foggy. There should not be any fog in that location. So now we are giving another direction. In this line itself, see this line itself, the query interpretation itself is a great research. How the system can understand a very big line, like I want a location or I want a service where I should not get some problems. Either I require something or I should not have something. So interpret this again, you need natural language processing, etc. etc. Note that it is not a direct SQL query, like select a star from database employee where salary greater than 20,000. It is not a direct predefined SQL query. Maybe you can get this query from your interpretation, or this itself is a research direction. Whatever queries you are giving in a natural way, in a LBS, how you can map that to an existing SQL query. There is a big work, a project work. From project it can go to a great research work. So to solve this context aware related things, so many things are coming to picture. Next one is highly interesting, adaptive. That's why it's having the name services. Location aware system is able to change its behavior automatically according to different contexts of objects. Say for example, I want to, pay something, I want a fuel station, and in the fuel station, I have to do some kind of transaction. But the fuel station is there after some distance, which is in another country or another state. It may have some different policies also. See, this project's research, business, everything is around me only. If I put a small square, within the small square, I have a project, by project I mean, it can be a student project or it can be any great project, a business, research. Everything is there in the square. But how the square can be understood only if I am knowledgeable, only if I am properly updated. That is the reason we go on expanding the square. The problems come because in the square that's why we are going on spending more time in internet. We can get good projects, good research topics from our textbook itself. But what is happening again? We are most of the time spending hours together in the internet, but finally we end up, there is no good work. Tomorrow we will see. So these kind of things come. Coming back, this adopting. I was mentioning that one. Why I told this? See, we are having some pricing policies, tax policies, government things with respect to our states. To take our union territory, Pondicherry or Karaikal, there are some differences. When your vehicle is going from this state to that territory, you can see a lot of changes taking place. This wonderful problem statement. It can be a project or it can be even made as a research. How our calculations have to change based on the locations. It is a formula only. X equal to A plus B only. But the value of A and B will be changing according to the context. It will be changing adaptive. That's what is given here. When I have to pay for fuel or when I have to pay some tax or anything, it is totally different. That's what they are telling, adaptive. That's one of the important characteristics of LBS. Then security is always a hot topic in each and everything. Security is one of the hottest topics. Then support the dynamic and real-time query process, which is very much important. That is, whatever data or whatever query you are asking, that query answer should be latest one. See, the responsibility goes with respect to database designers, content designers, as well as web-based application. Those designers. I am asking a question about within 10 minutes, I want something of the current thing. The answer should be with respect to the recent one. You should not tell about some last year's or even last month data. It should be more updated. And performance is always expected in terms of speed, accuracy, etc. So we have got different types of queries available in LBS, like snapshot past queries. Find out all the moving objects that were close to each other from a particular time, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. yesterday. See, these questions will be highly useful for crime investigations or fraud detection, understanding the patterns, etc. Then snapshot person queries. It requires real-time query support, like find out the current location of a specific shuttle bus. In fact, in Bangalore, that transport corporation, Bangalore Karnataka Transport Corporation, they have involved good number of LBS applications involving snapshot person queries. Then snapshot future queries. Find out all the nearest restaurants after half an hour. That's what I told you in the beginning itself. So like this, we've got different types of queries normally coming across in LBS. Maybe I will come to this slide afterwards, but we'll go for the models. Prominently, we've got three important models: network-based, location provider-based, and mobile-based. Out of these three, location provider-based is seeming to be more apt for most of the applications. Network-based systems, it uses the cellular network carrier. It has got both plus and minus points. Then mobile-based, mobile device is taking care of your entire activities. The entire power is given for the mobile device. It has got some plus as well as minus. In fact, the last disadvantage is there in a user may be sending same location to more than one LBS provider. And also one more thing, I am sending a location, I am asking a query to some providers. Based on the given location, the provider is going to give an answer. But when the answer is being calculated and it is coming to me, I will cross to some distance. This is again another research direction, or even a kind of business model also. I have asked a question, based on this location, something is calculated. But before it comes, I will cross that location. How to take care of this situation? So that's why location provider based is not, the earlier one. Mobile based is not supported very much. But this one is how in most of the applications, it is a scalable architecture. Best architecture for most of the LBS. I found this example is a better thing because tracking is one of the important things in normal life. Especially, I expect you to focus on tracking. Tracking is very much important. See, that's why I told you. If you go to exhibition, we see so many stalls and so many entertainment things. But if you think about mobile application, you are the great. Because in exhibition location, you need a lot of LBS applications to be developed. Why? You know the reason. You are going to a big place, So many distractions are there. Shops are there, some recreation is there. You are going as a group or even with one person. Suppose lost. Suppose he is lost. What will happen? How to find? So tracking is one of the hottest applications. Still a lot of open problems are there in tracking. Applications are coming, but still it is open. In fact, this tracking example is remodeled in a very big way. This slide is actually one of the wonderful things I like. Tracking can be done with respect to anything, positive side, negative side, by me or somebody, agency, whatever. Say for example, this snapshot tells starting from a particular position how people are moving. If this data is available, this will be useful for, what is it? Finding out some patterns about individuals or groups. See now LBS is linked with data. So based on this only a new area has come called privacy preserving data, PPDM, privacy preserving data. I am going, only few of my friends or few authenticated persons only can track me, others do not track. How to do that? This is both the business as well as research one. So coming back, this tracking system is one of the hottest topics, and you have got a lot of hardware, softwares, networking we already told like GPS as well as GSM. We have hardware positioning system, client device, network is important, control stations are needed, servers are major components. These are all the hardware aspects. Softwares, you have got n number of softwares. In fact, Java provides a separate thing called J2ME for developing mobile or device level applications. It provides under J2ME, Java for micro editions. Similarly, you have got so many things. Earlier, people used wireless related thing called WML, wireless markup languages, etc. But this midlets of Java seeming to be good in most of the applications. And now, based on operating system, also you have got new things are coming up. We started with the Symbian operating system, C++ and C related things can be, languages can be used with respect to the system. There was a kind of paradigm shift. Now we are having Android dominating, and Android is understandable if we are clear about Java language. It is just an extension of Java, more towards mobile related applications. And for iOS, again we have got a new thing. Like that, as I already told, people have started inventing new things. We have to, what is it? Search or what is it? The other thing. Either I have to search or I told you two things. Chase. Either I have to chase or search. Now based on these kind of things, operating systems, I have to either chase or search. So before I come to this, I will tell one thing. This slide I would like to focus. Now there is a need for you people to focus on two things. As students, what is next level? It is not only by having a new kind of, say I am having a kind of, what is it, Samsung mobile phone, model this, I have got a smartphone, that is not the credit. Kindly let us get shifted from end user to upper layers. Your strength relies on, it totally is on how well you are shifted to upper layers. Don't be always end users. This is point number one. So what to do for that? Focus more on mobile applications, know about mobile computing. Then mobile computing alone is not sufficient. You need so many supporting things. In fact, you should be able to integrate things, so many things into your requirements. You focus on business as well as research. In this context, I would like to tell one thing. We are all focusing on placement. For the past decade, 1 decade, if you take any person, he is more focused on just placement. Why you were chosen computer science? So that I can join TCS or CTS or Infosys, something like that. Their goal is to get some job in industry. See, industry job alone is not the ultimate thing. As I told, for project, research, business, your life is also within a small square. Within the square, everything can be. So what is the boundary? That we should be very clear now itself. So in that case, try to think about startups. Startups or incubation. In this context, I would like to highlight what our NIT is doing. We have got a project in from JT, from Department of Electronics and Telecommunications. So they have given under 5 schemes, there are various schemes, we have got a project. We are 7 people. I am also one of my exam. Dr. Kannabaran is the principal investigator for that project. So our idea is to invite young people who can contribute something for the society. If you have an idea, you can come out with a proposal, and this proposal will be evaluated by people so that you can be there for 1 or 2 years. Based on your strength of your proposal, you will be given 25 lakhs. Government is giving 25 lakhs. And for your information, so far we have incubated 4 people. By calling incubation, what we mean is, you ask some person to sit in our place, do work, show the progress. Once it comes to a stage, you can fly. This is what we call it as incubation. So in this regard, if you see the past 1 year, national level as well as international level, most of the incubations, I am not telling about now our college, I am telling global, most of the incubators are doing mobile applications only. You can set up your own industry. So further, what are the things needed? It is not only LBS needed. We need to know the commerce, we need to know the economics, we need to know the management. So many things are needed. And LBS comes as a small component. So focus on these kind of areas, hot areas, you understand them in a correct level, and see that you can set up your own enterprises. So like that only several big things have happened. And in fact, again I am linking this to the first line. We were telling about services. So by services, what you have to do is, don't assume the need. Whenever you are developing any location-based service application, apps, don't assume the need. You just observe. Observation is very much important in developing LBS. Then be long-sighted. Think of varieties of platforms. See, you might have developed something in Android, but you should check, silently you should check whether this will work in iOS. If it is not working, how to improve this? Then consider all browsers. And you may not develop any application for online only, it can be offline or it can be for Wi-Fi, etc. etc. So with this small thing, I would like to conclude. Try to use this technology, not necessarily LBS, any technology in the positive side. Relationships can be built through mobile applications, but let us try to define meaningful relationships and harmless relationships through technologies like LBS. So with this, I would like to conclude my talk.
Good afternoon, sir.
Any interactions there? Any?
Yes, sir. Sir, நீங்க சொன்னீங்க லொகேஷன் பேஸ்ட் சர்வீசஸ் வந்து ஆஃப்லைன்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணா அந்த மாதிரிலாம் சொன்னீங்க. ஸோ நம்ம வந்து இப்போ கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங் மூவ் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கோம். கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங்ல LBS இஸ் பாசிபிள்.
Yes, that's a good question. So actually, we are mixing cloud computing with location-based services. So first of all, what is cloud computing? The computing is in the cloud. This is cloud computing. Is that so? In fact, it is a very abstract answer. Put the computing in the cloud. That is cloud computing. But it is not only the computing, but you can put the process, you can put the infrastructure, you can put the software, database, everything in the cloud. In the sense, users need not worry about from where the services are provided. They are hidden. I am trying to calculate the distance between two locations. How to calculate that? There are so many formulas. Calculating distance between two locations is one of the interesting activities of what is that? Geography, or nowadays it is ABS also. How this calculation can be done? This query can be given to, earlier it was given to distributed platform, but now it is given to cloud. So it may be calculating distance, or it can be given a query how I can find the what is the response, say the service reply. That process can be done in the cloud. It can be calculation or it can be process. Say for example, I have told the last one example where a person can be tracked, his past data can be tracked. For some crime investigation, I want to know his past 1 week's travels history. So based on that, I want to find a pattern. This pattern calculation may be clustering technique or classification technique that can be done through cloud. Any simple mechanism can be available in the cloud. Cloud means what? Somebody else who has got some service that can be linked to that. So it can be any simple technique to any great thing like classification or anything. In fact, nowadays I would like to give this good example. It's a very good question because a lot of business and research activities are coming. We are all familiar with live streaming. What is live streaming? Suppose something is happening and it is immediately taken as video and is sent to some place immediately. So now you have to coordinate so many things. There may be several video cameras, one with respect to what is that, audience, another with respect to stage, another outside the hall also. All these things have to be properly coordinated and they have to be streamed. So this has some 5 or 6 stages. This online video streaming, that process can be done in cloud. It can be done in cloud with respect to ABS. And now you are seeing that through your location. You are on the move. I am on the move. I want to see some cricket matches being streamed and given to me on mobility. So this query is being transformed and that video content, all those things are properly taken care in the cloud. You can make so many things. I thank the organizers. I thank your president, your principal, head of the department, and your coordinator. She has been following up from the beginning, and all the team members, the participants, faculty as well as the student participants. I thank all the people for giving this great opportunity. We will meet. Thank you.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Alforce. I am studying 7th MSc Computer Science. We know shorted information on location-based service, but now we learn what is LPS and what is purpose of the LPS and LPS oda queries pathom and etc. Thank you, sir, for taking this lecture, and it is very useful for us. Thank you.
My name is Madhavan, studying computer science. சார் எடுத்த இந்த லொக்கேஷன் பேஸ் சர்வீஸ் வந்து நல்லா யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்துச்சு. அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் தான் தெரியும். சார் வந்து நிறையா சொன்னார். ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ் சார். இந்த செமினார் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணாங்கலாம் ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ் பண்ணுறேன். எல்லாருக்கும் தேங்க்ஸ்.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Nandini. I am studying 2nd MSc IT. சார் எல்பிஎஸ் பற்றி எடுத்தாரு. ஃபுல்லாகவே வந்து அவர் என்ன சொல்ல போறாரு அப்படிங்கிறத ஒரு பிக்சராக கொடுத்து பண்ணியிருந்தாரு. அது ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. பிக்சர் பார்க்கும்போதே சார் என்ன சொல்ல வராது அப்படிங்கிறது நல்லா தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. அண்ட் சாரோட லெக்சர் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. தேங்க்யூ சார். இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணதுக்காக ஹெச்ஓடி சாருக்கும் அட்லா மேம்க்கும் தேங்க்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். தேங்க்யூ. லொக்கேஷன் பேஸ் சர்வீஸ்னால் எனக்கு ரொம்ப தெரியாது. சாருக்கு வந்து கற்றுக்கிட்டேன் எல்பிஎஸோட யூசேஜ் என்ன, அப்புறம் அதோட கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக்ஸ் என்ன, அதில் என்ன டெக்னாலஜிஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன். தேங்க்யூ சார். இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் கண்டக்ட் பண்ண எல்லாருக்கும் ஹெச்ஓடி சார் அப்புறம் மீட்டிங் அரேஞ்ச் எல்லாத்துக்கும் ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ். லாஸ்ட் அட்வான்ஸ் ஹாப்பி டீச்சர்ஸ் டே சார். தேங்க்யூ சார்.
சாருக்கு செஷன் கொஞ்சம் யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது. அதுவே இந்த மொபைல் அப்ளிகேஷன் சாஃப்ட்வேர்ஸ்லாம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாரு. கொஞ்சம் அதுவும் யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ சார்.
First and foremost, I would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to our college president, Engineer Pon Balasubramanian, for constantly and continuously motivating and encouraging us to organize this kind of events. Whenever we go and ask him permission to organize seminars or workshops, whatever it may be, he says okay, only on ensuring that the program will be more and more beneficial to both students and staff members. That much concern he has on not only on the students but also on staff members. Thanks to him. I would like to express our heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. T. Jayaprakasam, for being with us in every footstep we take ahead. If we lag a little bit behind, he forces us, he pushes us forward with cordial words. Thanks to him. It's my bound duty to express our sincere thanks to the chief guest of today's program, Dr. S.R. Balasundaram, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Applications, National Institute of Technologies, Trichy. We were trying to get his appointment for the past 2 months. Even today he is too busy. In spite of his busy schedule and commitments, he has come over here. It shows his concern on the students of rural area. Thank you, sir. As our HOD told in the welcome address, he has been resource person for many guest lecture programs, and he has published nearly 25 papers in national and international journals. He has given nearly 15 invited talks in various reputed colleges and industries. We are much fortunate to have such an eminent expert here. Many unknown things have been made known to us on location-based services by his talk. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. To express our sincere, heartfelt thanks to our head, Professor M. Muralidharan. Any event cannot happen overnight, as is this event too. The mastermind for enrolling our college and our students into Computer Society of India is only our head. We are very lucky for being headed by such a mastermind. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks to him. I would like to place on record our sincere thanks to the office bearers of Computer Society of India, Trichy chapter. We thank the chairman, Dr. S. Ravimaran, Principal, MAM College of Engineering, the Vice Chairman, Dr. T. Abdul Razak, Associate Professor of Computer Science, Jamal Muhammad College, the Secretary, Sri N. Rajashekaran, Senior Manager, BHL Trichy, the Treasurer, Sri D. Senthil Kumar, Manager, BHL Trichy, immediate past Chairman, Sri G.S. Raghunathan, Additional General Manager, BHL Trichy, past Chairman, Dr. Gopinath Ganapati, Director, Bharatdasan University, Trichy, Regional Student Coordinator, Dr. M.A. Malik Muhammad, Chairman, MAM College of Engineering, Trichy, Executive Committee Members, Sri R. Selvaraj, Senior Manager, BHL Trichy, Sri N. Varavarajulu, Senior Manager, BHL Trichy, Sri N. Shekhar, Coordinator of MBA Department, Indira Gandhi College, Trichy, and other Executive Committee members. Due to the time constraint, I am not able to mention all the executive committee members of CSI Tiruchirappalli chapter. I thank them all. Express our sincere thanks to our senior faculty members of our department, Dr. S. Murugan, Dr. R. Peரியasamy, Associate Professors of Computer Science Department. Thanks to them. I would like to place on record our sincere thanks to Dr. T. Tamalmani, Head Department of English, IQSC Coordinator, Internal Quality Assurance Cell Coordinator, Dr. A. Venkatesan, Associate Professor of Physics, and Dr. A. Rajendran, Associate Professor of Physics, for their timeless help. I would like to place on record our sincere thanks to our librarian, R. Selvakumar, for helping us whenever we are in need of help. I would like to express my personal thanks to my colleagues, professors of our Computer Science Department, for their cooperation in each and every endeavor of Computer Society of India, our student branch of NMC. Express our sincere thanks to all teaching and non-teaching members of our college. Place on record our sincere thanks to the media persons who are making us to reach nook and corners of this Trichy city. Thanks to them. Express our sincere thanks to our students, the participants, for their cooperation and for their participation in this program. Thanks to them. Thanks to you, my dear students. Express our sincere thanks to them. And Ms. Nandini of 2nd MSc CS and IT, who have been the masters of ceremonies today. Thanks.